Hi, I'm Kristian Salinas. I'm the board president and artistic director of QFest, the Houston International LGBTQ Film Festival. QFest is designed to be an event that bridges communities all over the city of Houston, celebrating queer culture and movie making. QFest 2013 celebrated its 17th anniversary with screenings all over Houston, including Katy, Northwest Houston, and Galveston, Texas. A total of 60 films were shown, and a total of 7 filmmakers were brought to Houston to introduce their films. I've had the pleasure of being involved with QFest from the very beginning. First as a consultant, a programmer, eventually working for venues, selecting films, and gradually to being board president. In that time with QFest, I have worked to develop the organization to represent the diversity of our queer community in a way that invites others outside of the community to take part in the festival. In doing so, we work with a number of venues, artistic venues throughout Houston and the Houston area, including Katy and Galveston. Our venues include the Museum of Fine Arts Houston, Rice Media Center, the Aurora Picture Show, Asia Society Texas Center, the Houston Museum of African American Culture, Galveston Artist Residency, and the Alamo Draft House. With a total of 9 venues, we are able to bring a number of films that reflect the diversity of our community. In that, we are also able to show films that are of interest to people outside of the queer community. Some of those programs include our Class of Horror High film series that we did with Alamo Draft House, which featured films from the 80s, all of which were horror splatter films that take place in high school. Another venue that has allowed us to bring in audiences outside of our own community is the Aurora Picture Show, where we usually highlight films dealing with music and the performing arts. Our program featured at the Museum of Fine Arts allows us to do a sidebar of revival films, many of which are huge hits in the gay community, but also have their fans outside of that community as well. I began my career in filmmaking in college at UT Austin, where I was in the film program, and from there I started an internship at the Museum of Fine Arts Houston in the film program, where I was one of the organizers of the first Latin American film series, and also responsible for a retrospective of the work of Krzysztof Kieslowski, a very well-known Polish filmmaker. For years I had plans of being a filmmaker, but it was the job I had at Rice Media Center where I was responsible for coordinating a yearly film program in which I realized I really did enjoy doing film programs and putting films within a context of a particular series. It allowed me to express my love of film, to share that with others, and hopefully to encourage their own appreciation of film as well. By serving as the artistic director of QFest, I can continue my love of film programming and have the privilege and the opportunity to bring a number of films, mostly which are new to Houston audiences, to share with those audiences, with the city at large, to really highlight the work of new filmmakers, which has always been my emphasis, allowing a new voice to come in to show their film to a community that had never heard of them and had never experienced these kinds of films. I really do appreciate experimental work and independent work, documentary certainly, and QFest does allow us to present revivals, which I'm very fond of as well. To learn more about QFest, please visit our website at www.q-fest.org. Thank you.